So for our next video, we're looking at the Ptolemies, the dynasty who ruled Egypt from Ptolemy the First Sota, the Macedonian general, right up to Cleopatra, Cleopatra 7. So we're going to learn about this dynasty and understand their decline. Key words: Ptolemy. All the boys, all the men in the family are called Ptolemy, no exceptions. Very confusing. All the women are either called Cleopatra, Berenice, or Arsinoe. Incest. This family never married outside the family. Everybody is everybody else's cousin, uncle, grandfather, all at the same time. Diadem is that white ribbon you see around their heads. This is the symbol of Macedonian royalty. Hellenistic, like a Greek. Not Greek, like a Greek. Intrigue and advisors. So, the early Ptolemies. Ptolemy 1, Sota 2 and 3. When these guys, as I was saying, early Ptolemies 1, 2 and 3, Sota, his son, his grandson. All three of these reigned for quite a long time and were very, very successful, very energetic rulers. Added to the Ptolemaic Empire. See various parts of Turkey here, island of Cyprus, into other parts of North Africa. Built Alexandria, built the lighthouse of Pharos, lots of wars, doing the sort of thing you'd expect emperors and kings and rulers to do. But after that, after Ptolemy III, the Ptolemies took a real nosedive, became useless, became luxury loving, became what we call indolent. It's a sort of super lazy type. Became famous for their parties, became famous for their luxury, but didn't really achieve anything. And by approaching the time we're studying, we start off here with Cleopatra, our Cleopatra, who's Cleopatra 7. Her grandfather is Ptolemy the 10th. Now, Ptolemies, for the last 100 or so years, have spent when they're not been having parties, they've been trying to murder each other, having incestuous marriages with their sisters to produce more children, all called Ptolemy or Arsinoe or Berenice. And by the time we get to Ptolemy the 10th, Rome is encroaching. And in order to stay on the throne, Ptolemy the 10th borrows loads of money to bribe Romans, but he borrows the money from Romans to pay Romans, and then he can't pay them back, so he has to bequeath Egypt to the Romans. The Romans don't take the bequest when he dies because they don't want any one Roman having control of Egypt because it would make them too powerful. But you get the impression, you get the idea. By the time of Ptolemy the 10th, Rome really rules Egypt. Fast forward a little bit to Cleopatra's father. He's Ptolemy the 12th, Auletes, the flute player. Ptolemies are usually given nicknames by the people of Alexandria because to set them apart. So Auletes means flute player because you like to play the flute, which they didn't think really kings should do. So when he became king, he also wanted to borrow money from the Romans in order to make himself popular with the Romans, to make himself an ally of them. But he was very cautious about this because his predecessor, Ptolemy the 11th, had done the same thing and had ruled for 19 days before the crowd at Alexandria had him killed. So he had to tread very, very, very carefully. But he did end up borrowing money from the Romans in order to pay more Romans in order to make himself very popular. In particular, he wanted to pay off Pompey the Great, Pompey Magnus. Now, when all this happened, again, the people of Alexandria revolted against him. He's not a very good king. He's too luxury-loving, too fat, too useless, and appears to be selling off the entire country to the Romans. Now, in order to restore order, to get their money back, the Romans agreed to send Ptolemy the 12th rather. So Romans, led by a guy called Gabinius, they come in, they march in, this Roman army marches into Egypt, Alexandria, puts down the revolt, makes sure Ptolemy the 12th is secure on the throne, and a lot of them end up staying and becoming the unofficial army of the Ptolemies, and they're referred to as the Gabinians in the sources. So they're Roman soldiers who end up working for the Ptolemies.